Hello again.
Hi.
What do you want to do now that we're big shot TV stars?
Let's destroy our promising careers with a staggering cyclone of self-absorption and hedonism. Or we could try to get on the Myra show. That would be fun too.
Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, bossy.
I just don't see how you can sing and be a judge. I don't think the public would swallow that.
Hey, Sam, do my eyes deceive me, or are those our formerly hypnotized former child star acquaintances, the Soda Poppers?
Sweet jellyfish paste on a stick, you're right. What are the odds?
Could we find another judge? What about one of those guys?
I don't suppose either of you would be interested in being a judge on Embarrassing Idol, the hot new show where we make uncomfortable entertainment out of people's misplaced faith in their own singing ability.
Oh, me! I promise I'll be completely unbiased in my abuse of the contestants.
Fine. Take a seat.
Goody! I get to sing!
Welcome back to Embarrassing Idol. The judges are chomping at the bit, so say hello to our first contestant, Peepers.
Am I blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Well, that was a bit sloppy, but I particularly liked how you hit that high note. That always impresses me. I think you'll get my vote.
I'm definitely voting for you. After all, you are my brother.
Very impressive. You sound almost exactly like a sick cat being dragged through rusty farm machinery. But this is a singing contest, so I think I'll have to vote for someone else. Is there anyone else?
Not so far.
Yay!
Judge looks good on you, Max.
Thanks. I hope it comes with lunch.
Seems like a pretty cushy job you've got there.
I hope somebody else comes to sing soon. I've got scathing insults and bombast that are itching to claw their way out of my throat.
How is that any different from normal?
It'll be on TV!
Seems like a pretty cushy...
I hope somebody itching to claw...
How is that
It'll be on...
Don't let your passion for overzealous criticism get in the way of our primary goal here, little pal.
I already forgot what that is.
Myra Stump, holding the audience hostage?
Oh, right. Sometimes my sponge is a little leaky.
A fact I know all too well. Don't let your passion for...
I already forgot what that is.
Myra...
Oh, right.
A fact... I think I'll poke around and look for clues, or craft services crawlers, or both.
If you poke up some crawlers, I want 6.
Last time we saw you, you and your diminutive former child star brothers were in the thrall of a megalomaniac hypnotist with bad hair. What have you been up to since then?
Well, after you hit us over the head,
Repeatedly.
our careers have taken an upswing.
Clearly.
Hey, being a judge on Embarrassing Idol is a tremendous opportunity.
I'm feeling the magic already.
What can you tell me about this contest you're judging?
Not much to tell. People sing, we judge them. You want to know more? Ask the director. We judges don't have to concern ourselves with operational details.
Tell me about the criteria you use in judging a singing contest, such as this one.
I'm a stickler for technical proficiency. Usually I look for a high note. Someone who can hit a really high note always impresses me.
I see. Remind me what it is you look for when you're judging a singing contest.
High notes. I like it when people can sing really high notes.
High notes, right. Now I remember. If you'll excuse me, I've got some lines to color outside of.
It's your life.
Tell me, old judge, what gruesome qualities do you look for in a singing performance?
Fraternity! I'm voting for Peepers no matter what! He's my brother! The one who didn't forget my birthday today, I might add!
I said I was sorry.
Remind me again how you go about judging a singing performance?
I listen very carefully to the tonal qualities of the singer's voice, and then I vote for my brother Peepers.
Commendably impartial of you. Happy birthday!
Thanks. I'm glad somebody remembered.
I said I was sorry. What more do you want?
A treat would be nice.
Isn't this also St. Boniface Day?
Patron saint of carnivorous plants and spiky things? I think that's next week. What kind of perks go with this gig? Do you get fancy dressing rooms and candy sorted by color?
Ooh, craft services food. Have them bring me a roasted Canada goose stuffed with lightly bruised olives, please.
Not likely. I ordered a cake for my birthday, but they never brought it.
I think the craft services crew all went in to watch the Myra show, like everybody else.
All we got was a basket of tomatoes. Ugh.
What kind of preposterously un-American weasel are you that you don't like tomatoes?
I like them just fine, but they don't like me.
What do you mean?
I once spent 12 hours in the bathroom after mistakenly eating a cucumber that was sitting next to a tomato on the plate.
Say no more. Can you eat those little cherry tomatoes? They're small.
No! No tomatoes, tomato juice, tomato paste, nothing, or I'll be out of commission for hours.
Enjoy your judging. Catch you later.
Uh-huh.
How'd you like something to eat?
I'm kind of saving room, thanks.
How'd you like something to eat?
Not hungry, thanks.
Nope. How'd you like something to eat?
Are you kidding? I don't have time to eat.
Hi.
Hi.
You got this stage set up awfully fast. You must have an army of minions to do your bidding.
No, it's pretty much just me. I used to have a stagehand, but she went to watch the Myra show.
All the more impressive then.
Sawing the hole in the floor was the hard part.
What can you tell me about the show you're shooting here?
Embarrassing idol? Standard drill. Amateur singers with delusions of ability perform in front of a camera. Judges heckle them, and the public gets sick pleasure out of watching the carnage.
Can I be a contestant? I often sing in the shower, and hardly anyone complains.
Sure, we're pretty desperate for contestants at the moment. We had more, but they went in to watch the Myra show and we never saw them again.
Highly suspicious. Can I take another stab at singing? I'm not sure my finer qualities shone through on that one.
Sure, why not? It's not like there are other contestants lined up and slobbering.
Can you give me some kind of insight into the arcane workings of the judging?
It's pretty simple. All the judges have to agree on a winner. That's all there is to it.
What kind of arbitrary criteria do they use to make their decisions?
That's up to the individual judges.
I channel the spirit of Hammurabi, the ancient Babylonian ruler. Then I pick you, Sam.
Thanks, little buddy. Remind me one more time how the judging works on this show.
All the judges have to agree on a winner.
Oh, yeah. What allegedly valuable prize is bestowed on the lucky winner?
The winner gets a standard exploitation recording contract with a major label.
If you're going to be exploited by the best. Remind me what the prize is again?
It's a recording contract.
Of course. How silly of me. That seems clear.
Thank goodness.
What's it like working with the soda poppers?
Oh, the usual. They prance around to make unreasonable demands, but they knuckle under because they're desperate to be working at all. Same as the rest of us, really.
Your bleak outlook is oddly refreshing. Well, I'm sure you're very busy.
You got that right.
That would hardly be sporting. I don't want to make anybody mad. I already did that once today. What's with the pool of water?
It's acid, brain freeze. Don't you ever watch the show?
Is that your mug?
No, it was here when I got here, last week.
Ew. Once used for apples, now used for derrieres. Well, well, Peepers, you underdeveloped former non-psychotherapist you. What a treat to run across you again.
I'm not sure if I ever properly thanked you for hitting me over the head recently.
Repeatedly.
No gratitude necessary. Just doing our jobs.
Sure.
How do you manage to hit those eardrum-scarring high notes?
If you're implying that I use any artificial vocal enhancements, I don't. What you hear is pure peepers.
That's almost exactly what I would have said.
Really, is there any trick to hitting the high notes like you do?
Look, I told you, I don't use any artificial vocal enhancement, and I resent the implication. I have a gift, that's all.
Really, is there any trick to hitting the high note?
Look, that's all.
Your lyrics have an intriguingly vapid quality. Did you write them yourself?
Of course! Any similarity to lyrics from other wildly popular songs is meant as homage, not theft.
I'm dying to know. Is there any truth to the rumors about lip-syncing on the old Soda Poppers TV show?
We only did that on the released version.
I'll leave you to whatever it is you're doing over here.
Good luck!
Can I look at these?
Sure, take 'em. I've got them memorized. Am I blue? Who are you? Can I fly?
Very impressive. Fascinating. Fascinating.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next contestant, Sam.
Hello. I'd like to do a little song I call Bottleneck on the Freeway of Doom. Chomping on a crunchy silver spoon. Thinking about the rings on the great raccoon. And so I wrote this extremely catchy tune.
And let's hear from our judges.
Bravo! Your wobbly tenor is way better than Peeper's shrill squawking.
Your stylings are quite interesting, but I noticed you never really hit a high note. Peepers is still getting my vote.
You sing beautifully, and your lyrics are enchanting. But Peepers is my brother, so I pretty much have to vote for him.
Oh.
Remember, folks, on Embarrassing Idol, the decision of the judges must be unanimous. Stay tuned for more exciting action after this.
And we're cut. It's okay to sing again if you want to, by the way. Could improve your chances.
Apparently, WARP can't afford armed guards for their game show questions.
That's cheating, Sam. Good thinking.
Don't get your pretty long ears in a twist, little buddy. The answers aren't on here.
In life, there are no answers, only questions.
Another prismatology credo?
No, I read that on a cereal box. I'm seriously deficient in riboflavin, by the way.
You're seriously deficient, all right. That's where they keep the question cards.
We've got another contestant. Hit it!
Oh my, the questions have vanished!
Welcome back to
Stay in commercial, stay in commercial.
more commercials. We'll be right back after this.
I can't see how anybody would ever be able to answer any of these questions. I can't see how
We've got another contestant. Hit it!
Oh my, the questions have vanished!
Welcome back to
Stay in commercial, stay in commercial.
more commercials. We'll be right back after this.
That's where they keep the question cards. That's where they keep the... Uh-uh. Hey, a perfect fit.
We've got another contestant. Hit it!
Welcome back. Our next contestants are these guys again.
Okay, are you ready? The question is, am I blue?
Yes, you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, you lose.
We'll be right back after these messages.
We've got another contestant. Hit it!
Welcome back. Our next contestants are these guys again.
Okay, are you ready? The question is, who are you?
I'm Hugh Bliss.
I'm terribly sorry, but I'm fairly sure that I'm Hugh Bliss. Identity is such a difficult concept. You lose!
We'll be right back after these messages.
We've got another
Welcome.
Okay, are you ready? The question is, can I fly?
Yes, Hugh. Yes, you can.
As a matter of fact, that's absolutely right!
Yes.
Congratulations! You're a millionaire!
We're rich! Filthy rich!
We just went bankrupt, so we will not be back after these messages.
I don't believe it. Well, this is awkward, but we don't actually have $1 million in cash.
Sweet mother of all quiz show scandals.
We'll have to give you $1 million worth of food stamps. They're right over there.
Hold on. Can you buy deep-fried licorice ropes with food stamps?
We'll take it. 1, 2, 3, 174, 175, 999,999, and $1 million.
Let's go spend it, Sam. It's burning a hole in my pocket.
It's putting quite a bulge in mine.
Welcome once again to Cooking Without Looking, the show where we use absolutely no natural ingredients whatsoever and still make something you guys can choke down. Filling in for the inconveniently food-poisoned Chuck Flagon, these guys.
Thank you, and welcome to the show.
What are we making this time, Sam?
bunch of gunk in a dish. We'll just get some ingredients from the ingredient rack and add it to what we professionals call the yummying pod.
Isn't that a pot?
Max, we both know a pot is what you and I fight over when we play poker. This is the yummying pod. Every chef has a signature ingredient that no one has ever heard of or used. Mine's MSG.
If you put in enough that you feel a burning sensation in the back of the neck, forearms, and chest, you're just about there.
We've already got that thing we made before.
No, I ate it while you were looking at the ingredients. Now do we broil it, Sam?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And, through the magic of TV cooking show time, ta-da! You've successfully perverted the laws of God and man.
Oh boy, let's take it with us.
Welcome, Ian's What Food Po...
Thank you.
What are we making?
Well, that's all we have time for today.
Goodbye, adoring public. Soon I will demand tribute.
Welcome, Ian's What Food Po...
Thank you.
What are we making?
We're making a delicious casserole. Let's just go to our trusty ingredient rack and select some savories for our all-purpose thingamawatsit.
It's a pot, Sam.
Sure it is, little buddy. And you're a kettle. You want to use the sulfuric acid sparingly. It can easily overrun.
And your taste buds, and your...
We've already got that thing we made before.
No, I ate it while you were looking at the ingredients. Now do we broil it, Sam?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And, through the magic of TV cooking show time, ta-da! You've successfully perverted the laws of God and man.
Oh boy, let's take it with...
Welcome, Ian's What Food...
Thank you.
What are we making?
Today we're baking a cake. Let's visit our...
I'm pretty sure that's a pot, Sam.
Max, let's leave the cooking to me and the eating to you. Of course, who could forget the asbestos sprinkles?
This stuff isn't just for school lunches. Real kitchens use it too.
Don't skimp on the lard.
That's right. If you take the lard out of lardass, all you have is ass.
Well said, Max. Make sure to include red dye number 2.
If there's not at least some possibility of malignant tumors, it's not real bachelor cooking.
Can we say enough about roofing tile shards?
Obviously, we can't.
No more than a dash of uranium pellets.
They also go great in Chex Mix.
Of course, you're going to want a few dashes of hair gel.
Don't worry, bachelors. As long as you use it only for cooking, no one will think you less of a man.
We've already got that thing we made before.
No, I ate it while you were looking at the... Now do we broil it?
Right you are, little buddy. Into the oven it goes. And, through the magic of TV cooking show time, one gorgeous, delicious cake. Ready to be binged upon or shared amongst friends.
Oh boy, let's take it with us.
That's enough lard to clog the arteries of a major metropolis.
Or start a circus of greased squirrels.
I rue the day you lost your NEA funding, Max. Aren't there fruits or vegetables of any sort around here?
Just the crew. Ha! I never get tired of that one. Okay, actually, no. We strive for realism, and the average bachelor kitchen doesn't contain any natural plant life except mold.
See ya.
Probably.
How about some cake?
Cake? Oh boy! Perfect for my birthday! There's no tomatoes in it, right?
Nope.
That was delicious.
and a little bit scary. You eat like Max. Enjoy your judging. Catch you later.
Uh-huh.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next contestant, Sam.
Hello. I'd like to do a little song I call Just Like Someone Else's Song, Only Somehow Better. Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon. She's the headline, page one, the Tribune. All the girlies hear me and they salute.
And let's hear from our judges.
I admire your courage even more than your singing. You've still got my vote.
Thanks, little buddy.
Nice, but I'd like to see some technical proficiency. Hitting a high note, for example. As it stands, Peepers still has my vote.
I really think you could do this professionally.
Thanks.
But Peepers is my brother. There's no way I'm voting for anyone else.
Okay, I can see that.
Remember, folks, on Embarrassing Idol, the decision of the judges must be unanimous. Stay tuned for more exciting action after this. Welcome, audience. What food put?
Thank you.
What are we making?
Today,
I'm pretty...
Max, let's leave the cooking to me and a dash of pink mink oil is a must.
Nothing says I last ate real food in the 80s. Now, do we broil it?
Right you are, and through the one gorgeous...
Oh, boy.
More cake for you?
No tomatoes, right?
Welcome, audience. What food put?
Thank you.
What are we making?
Today,
I'm pretty sure that's a pot, Sam.
Max, let's leave the cooking to me and the eating to you. You'll want to crush up some dried dingo kidneys.
Come on, bachelors. You know... Now, do we broil...
Right you and through the one gorgeous...
Oh, boy. Let's take it...
Nice cactus. Saguaro?
Vinyl.
Hey, if you dip that in ink, you could do 30 tattoos at once.
If I could scare up 30 customers at once, I'd still be in the tattoo business.
This appears to be some sort of reproductive device.
It's a mimeograph. I use it to print my tabloid.
She's got a story here about two hygienists from Walla Walla and an amorphous Saturnian slime mold.
Is that the one where they walk into a bar at the beginning?
Laundromat. But you're close.
It says here that two members of the United States Congress are secretly involved with a silicon-based rock beast from Venus.
Which ones?
Isn't it obvious?
According to this, the Olsen twins are not alone.
What? Never.
She's got a story here about two hygienists from Walla Walla.
Is that the one where...
Laundromat.
Is this the kind with aloe in the sheets for extra softness?
Chloroform, actually. Some of my therapy patients used to get a little rowdy.
Nothing useful in here. It's getting late.
Hey, Sam, if it's always getting later and later...
That's one of the great...
Sam! Max! How nice to see you! I don't suppose you have any candid photos of little green men feeling frisky, do you?
What?
It's my new career! I'm a tabloid publisher specializing in the thoughtful analysis of groundbreaking news of interest to myself and others like me.
What's it called?
The Alien Love Triangle Times.
So you're a publisher now? What happened to psychotherapy?
I've always had a fascination with the suppressed and the sensual, and for telling people too much about both. Publishing the Alien Love Triangle Times is a logical extension of all my previous careers. Except maybe Vatican spokesperson.
Are you doing any psychotherapy on the side?
Only on space aliens.
I guess that narrows your clientele quite a bit.
No, not really.
How about a quick analysis, for old time's sake?
Oh, all right. Think of a number between 1 and 4.
3.5.
You have boundless apeirophobia.
What's that?
The usual.
How about another quick analysis?
Oh, all right. Think of a number between 1 and 4.
3.
You're harboring feelings of guilt over previous feelings of remorse.
That's so true. How about another quick analysis?
Oh, all right.
2.
Sounds like inverse paranoia to me.
What don't you mean by that?
Mm-hmm. I thought so.
How about another quick analysis?
Oh,
1.
you're selectively audio averse.
I don't like the sound of that. How about another quick analysis?
Oh, all right. Think of a number between 1 and 4.
3.5.
You're harboring feelings of guilt over
That's... What was it you said about a photo?
My new tabloid, the Alien Love Triangle Times, needs a cover photo of an extraterrestrial biological entity, or alien as the unwashed masses calls them, caught getting cozy with some of the locals.
Sybil, I'd like the record to show that although I support you as a friend, your latest project makes my skin decidedly crawly.
Me too, and I like it.
So, you're looking for a cover photo of little green men canoodling, right?
Yeah, though I'm kind of desperate at this point. Basically, I can use anything as long as there are 3 beings in the shot and at least one of them's an alien. It is the Alien Love Triangle Times, after all.
Got it. So, you're looking for a cover photo of little green men.
Yeah, things in the shot.
Got it. There's nothing like good, hard-nosed journalism.
You said it! It's time to find out the real answers to the real questions.
Like, what did those poor cattle do to deserve that?
No! What do aliens do for romance? Do they love? How do they get their otherworldly thrills?
By playing slots in Keno? That'd explain why they're always seen in Nevada.
Have you learned anything interesting since you started this, magazine?
I learned why Elvis had such an otherworldly voice.
Elvis was not an alien.
Sure he was. He just wore makeup to cover his emerald green skin.
Frankly, Sybil, this project is disturbing, as well as distressingly intimate.
Like seeing Stephen King getting a hot butter massage.
Oh, you saw last week's issue.
Is anybody else an alien that we might not know about?
Dr. Phil.
Well, that goes without saying. Is anybody else an alien that we might not know about?
Yes.
Is anybody else an alien that we might not know about?
Yes.
We'll be back.
Keep watching the supplies. That's nice, Sam, but not quite what I was looking for. Nobody will buy this guy as an alien with that color skin.
Nuts.
Raisins! Where are we going, Sam?
The TV studio.
Goody!
Hi, Hugh Bliss.
Hi, I'm Hugh Bliss.
I challenge you to change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, but it is with magic. Ah.
I challenge you to change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
Do blue, Hugh.
Oh.
I challenge you to change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
Red, Fred.
Ooh.
I challenge you to change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
Return to your usual albinic hue.
Wow.
I challenge you to change colors again.
Okay, pick a color. Any color.
It's not easy being green.
Oh, but it is with magic. Ah.
How about another picture, Hugh Bliss?
Of course! Gather round. Bye!
It's got a...
How appropriate.
Sam, this is perfect. This photo is a capstone. It succinctly summarizes over 30 years of extraterrestrial-related photographic evidence.
Sybil, that photo is a hoax.
Exactly. I couldn't have asked for better. Now I can print the paper. Available at newsstands now.
That would hardly be sporting.
Hey, guys.
Is anybody else?
Yes.
We'll be back.
Keep watching the supplies.
We're famous.
Hooray! Can we begin misbehaving now?
Begin? I don't think I want...
It's Sam and Max. I saw you on the telly.
How do you watch TV from in there?
I've got monitors you don't even know about. Who goes there? Oh, it's you lot.
That would hardly be sporting. We want to buy something.
Quite so.
We come bearing 1 million American dollars.
Now hand over the voice modulator.
Blimey! Food stamps? I suppose I must accept them. Oh, the dash government conspiracy. It's hogwash! Complete codswallop! Here, then, is your chemical-based voice modulator.
This is a helium balloon strapped to an inhaler.
But it works! Trust me, trust me!
Holy chipmunk, Ari is warbling out of a souped-up 78-speed turntable. It works!
Thanks, Bosco.
What do you think of Bosco's accent?
Please. Even Hugh Grant does a better British accent than Bosco.
Let's do some shopping.
Great!
A little ketchup is always good on a cake.
Where are we going, Sam?
The TV studio.
Goody!
Happy birthday.
Oh boy! Birthday cake! That red frosting looks tasty. Excuse me. Boy, that was really... really... Time out for number 2!
What the? Darn it! He better not be going to see Myra. Well, anyway, we can't wait. We'll just have to finish the show with only 2 judges. Whatever you guys agree on goes.
Vote for me!
It's basically just a helium balloon, but it does make my voice higher.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next contestant, Sam.
Hello. I'd like to do a little song I call Love Has a Thorny Backside. Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
She's the headline, page 1, the Tribune. Blowing like a zephyr on a dune.
And let's hear from our judges.
Your moribund crooning is far less offensive than Peeper's excruciating slaughterhouse squalor.
Thanks.
You really nailed that high note. Whoa! And you're less sloppy than my brother is. You've got my vote.
Hey!
All of the remaining judges have agreed. We have a winner.
No!
Congratulations, Sam. Here's your recording contract.
Bin Bottom Records. It's like a dream come true.
Specs, I'll get you for this if it's the last thing I do! Right after I get back from Mount Rushmore.
Rushmore? I'd better go after him.
I just remembered. I have to feed my goldfish.
Are we still taping?
Be sure to join us next time on Embarrassing Idol.
The show's over. You don't have to be up there anymore.
I know, but I'm waiting for random people to pass by so I can heckle the way they walk.
This clip from our sitcom is hilarity itself, by some standards. Scandalous. I've got a lucrative contract with Bin Bottom Records. Director.
Sam, I've just deduced a vital piece of information in the case. That is where the director sits.
And people say you've been mailing it in.
Yes? Oh, you two again. Well, what is it? You've got the length of one commercial break to explain yourselves.
Remind me what your requirements are for guests on your show?
Of course, dear. I'll need to see your recording contract, a clip from your TV show, and some evidence of a juicy scandal.
What if we have our own video game?
Video games? Ugh, those things will stunt your growth. They're terrible.
We do have a recording contract. Bin Bottom Records. Take a look. Now how about having us appear on your show?
Not so fast. To get on my stage, you'll also need a clip from your own TV show as well as evidence of a good scandal.
Fame is a distressingly exact mistress.
There you go, dear. Although I strongly disapprove. Having a mistress is an excellent start to a scandal. The public enjoys a good love triangle.
As it happens, we brought a clip of our wacky hit sitcom, Midtown Cowboys. We're the stars.
Your celebrity is becoming less and less marginal all the time.
Don't worry, Myra. We're still marginal at heart.
Yes, I suspected as much. But get yourselves involved in a newsworthy scandal, and you can be guests.
Actually, we graced the cover of the current edition of the Alien Love Triangle Times. How's that for a scandal? You'll have us on your show now, yes?
Oh, I suppose so. If only so I can talk about America's lamentably endless fascination with depravity.
Yay!
Naturally, I will expect you to be on your best behavior and agree with everything I say and answer every question I have and don't interrupt and keep your elbows off the table and use your indoor voice.
What about...
While you're on my show, you stay in your seats at all times. You do not interrupt me when I'm talking, and you treat the audience with the utmost respect, even if you become less sure with each passing year that they deserve it. Now, I'll call you on stage in a minute.
Gosh, Max. Celebrity is just a never-ending set of arbitrary goals one accomplishes to appease a dismissive and distracted, if not entirely absent, authority figure.
I don't know if I agree, Sam, but I've begun my decadent slide into a depraved personal hell just in case.
Give her a hand, everyone! Bessie Bovine reading from her new book, The Heart Has Four Stomachs, Ruminations on a Life in Hollywood. Out now in all major bookstores. This microphone is starting to spark from overuse, but that doesn't mean we're ready to pack it in. We've got the stars of the not-quite-canceled sitcom Midtown Cowboys, who also happen to be the winner and judge of TV's Embarrassing Idol. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam and Matt.
Hold the hayride, little pal. That bear seems more than slightly hinky, in the mesmeric sense of the term.
Shadier than a fat man's ankles.
Let's take it down like ducks in a gutter.
Hold it! My guests sit at that end.
But that bear has got you...
Sit!
We'll just sit where you want us to, ma'am.
Lovely.
What gives, Sam? Why can't we just grab the bear?
It would appear that the laws of physics are different on the set of a talk show, little buddy. You're gonna have to play along.
Sam and Max, you're talented, hot news celebrities who've taken the entertainment world by storm. So naturally, we all want to hear everything about your involvement in the scandal detailed in the Alien Love Triangle Times.
There's something you should know about that picture in the Times.
I'm not sure I want to know anything more. Maybe you big Hollywood types thinks it's funny to flaunt your polyplanetary pickups, but the rest of us find alien love triangles, frankly, disgusting.
But the photo is not quite what it seems.
How so?
It's not us. It's our evil twins, Saul and Mark.
I thought I was the evil twin.
Sam, I refuse to let my low opinion of you curtail my disappointment. Did you really think anyone would buy such an unbelievable story?
Is there a way to answer that without being lectured?
No, there isn't. You know, millions of Americans suffer from malevolent multiple birth sibling syndrome. It's no laughing matter. And for you to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yak,
I'm not touching
yak,
that
yak,
thing.
yak, bloody,
I'd
bloody,
probably
bloody,
get shot.
bloody, yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah. Put that away right now. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah. Blah,
Humanity's not safe while that
blah,
mysterious
blah,
little
blah,
hypno
blah,
bear is
yak,
on the
yak,
loose.
yak, yak,
Are we
bloody,
part of
bloody,
humanity,
bloody,
Sam?
yakety,
Not
yakety,
technically,
yakety,
but
yakety,
we're in
yakety,
danger
yakety,
too.
yakety, yak, blah, blah, blah.
May I have a drink of water?
Are you the host of this talk show?
No.
Then no. Blah, 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 yak,
Got a
yak,
second,
yak,
little buddy?
yak, bloody, bloody,
Now that we're
bloody,
big
bloody,
stars,
yakety,
I'd
yakety,
normally
yakety,
ask that
yakety,
your
yakety,
people
yakety,
call
yak,
my people
blah,
to set
blah,
up a
blah,
meeting.
blah,
But
blah.
since we're old
Blah,
friends...
blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, bloody,
We've gotta
bloody,
stop
bloody,
this
yakety,
TV
yakety,
program.
yakety, yakety, yakety,
Stop
yakety,
it.
yakety,
It's
yak,
the greatest
blah,
moment of
blah,
my deeply
blah,
superficial
blah.
life.
Nonetheless,
Blah,
we'll be
blah,
trapped here
blah,
forever
yak,
if we don't
yak,
do
yak,
something.
yak, bloody, bloody,
Look,
bloody,
unless you
bloody,
take out
yakety,
Myra
yakety,
or that
yakety,
bear,
yakety,
or
yakety,
both,
yakety, yak,
you'll
blah,
never
blah,
stop
blah,
it. I
blah,
say,
blah.
relax and enjoy
Blah,
the
blah,
unreal,
blah, blah,
soul-hollowing
yak,
ride.
Yak, yak, bloody, 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 yakety, yakety,
We've gotta
yakety,
stop
yakety,
this
yakety,
TV
yakety,
program.
yakety, yak, blah,
Stop
blah,
it.
blah.
It's the...
Blah,
Nonetheless,
blah.
Look, unless you
Blah,
take
blah,
out the
blah, blah,
unreal
yak,
soul...
Yak, 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 bloody, bloody, bloody,
the real
bloody,
threat
yakety,
here isn't
yakety,
Myra
yakety,
at all.
yakety,
It's
yakety,
that
yakety,
bear.
yak, blah, blah, blah.
I know.
Blah,
Nothing
blah.
that cute should be allowed to
Blah,
exist.
blah, blah,
It
blah,
has Myra
yak,
in
yak,
some
yak,
sort of
yak,
hypnotic
bloody,
thrall.
bloody, bloody, bloody,
You
yakety,
made that
yakety,
word
yakety,
up.
yakety, yakety,
Possibly,
yakety,
but
yakety,
that doesn't
blah,
make it less
blah,
true.
Blah, blah. Blah, blah,
According
blah,
to the
blah,
ultra-strict
yak,
rules of
yak,
talk show
yak,
reality,
bloody,
we're stuck
bloody,
sitting
bloody,
over here,
yakety, yakety,
possibly
yakety,
permanently.
yakety, yakety, yakety,
At least it's
yak,
comfortable.
blah, blah,
True,
blah.
but we can't
Blah,
do much
blah.
from here.
Celebrities don't always have to do things for themselves. They perform and have people do everything else for them.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Not being able to get up and move around drives me crazy.
We're on a talk show. Let's flap our self-important gums until the cows come home.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
According
Blah,
to...
blah, blah.
At least
blah,
it's
true.
Celebrity thing else.
Never mind.
Then I shall return to the warm womb of manufactured celebrity.
Blah, 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 blah. Yak, blah, 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 blah.
Unwise in front of a live studio audience.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
No thanks.
Blah,
No
blah,
dice.
blah, blah.
You look like you could use a shave, Myra.
Well, I never. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, blah, 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 blah.
She appears to have plenty to say already.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
Humanity's
Blah,
not
blah,
safe.
blah,
Are we?
blah.
Not technically. Can't we sit over there?
You'll sit where you are and like it, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
Blah, 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 blah. Yak. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
I'd like to talk about me.
I prefer my guests' naked egos to be just a little less naked, dear.
Oh, absolutely, Myra. That's exactly what Reese Butterfingers told me when sniping river rats at Cannes. She thought I had the cool-eyed aim of a professional.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to talk about myself.
And a project you're working on, perhaps?
You said it, Myra. I am an ongoing project, like a golden calf or a graven image. I'll only rest once people are sacrificing their firstborn unto me. Also, I'd like to direct.
Fame went to your head quickly, dear.
It's a short trip.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Let's talk about you, Myra.
Me? What could anyone want to know about me?
Maybe they'd like to know how honored you are to have me, Max, brilliant actor and acerbic wit, on your show.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to mention my pal Sam and something that happened the other day.
Anecdotes about other celebrities, even ones as dubious as you two, are always welcome.
Well, I was battering this purse snatcher with a broken parking meter and screaming, "Die! Why won't you die?" And Sam said, "You crack me up, little buddy."
The point being?
I crack Sam up.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to talk about that charming yet mildly insidious-looking bear on your desk. Can I see it?
I don't know, Sam. Can you?
May I see it, please?
No, you may not. And if I may say so, if there's one thing that grills my chicken, it's how our culture is in a state of modal decay. Can is not the same as may. Should is not the same as blah, blah, blah. Yak, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue.
Hopefully she'll be off on her tri-state nagging spree for a while.
Blah, 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 yak. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing scandalous affairs.
I'd rather talk about our smash hit sitcom, Midtown Cowboys.
Okay, let's talk. You two have become the new breakout stars of a flaccid, dissolute sitcom in its final days. How wonderful for you.
Thanks, we brought a clip.
You certainly did. I had a chance to watch it, and I refused to show it to my audience. It has a shocking joke involving a cow pie. It's a sad commentary on today's culture when the cow pie, once a staple of the American diet, blah, 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 yak.
I see why Myra only lets big stars on her show.
They're easier targets?
If you're big enough, there still might be something left when she's finished.
Blah, blah, blah. Ah, yes, scandalous.
I'd like to sing a song from my upcoming album, Feathers and Furious Scribbling.
I'm almost certain the audience might probably enjoy that.
Howling at that drifty old hunk of moon. She's at brunch today with some baboon. And so I wrote this extremely catchy tune.
Thank you, Sam, for putting the num back in musical number.
What a wonderful way to remind our audience that you don't have to be talented to be famous. And a perfect segue into my latest tirade about the lamentable state of modern popular music. I mean, blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak. Ah, yes, scandalous.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It's not a picture of an alien at all. That's Hugh Bliss.
Hugh Bliss? The highly respected founder of prismatology? Don't be ridiculous. Why, I've had him on my show before, and he certainly isn't green. What are you really hiding?
How much I'm scared of being buffeted by another gust of Hurricane Myra?
Flattery will get you nowhere, mister. I don't know about you, audience, but as a girl, I was taught that flattery was the worst possible way to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah. Ah, yes, scandalous.
There's...
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved. Someone the picture doesn't show.
How shocking. Who?
Bessie Bovine, our co-star on Midtown Cowboys.
Oh my! Audience, shall we bring her back out again? Well, Bessie, what do you say to these allegations? Is that so? Bessie, shockingly, you're the only voice of common sense in Hollywood. You are to be commended. Why don't you relax with some sweet grass backstage while I browbeat my audience into blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, yak, yak.
I'd like to sing my song again.
Normally, I'd protest. But after 3.5 days on the air, I'm a little starved for content.
Howling at that she's and...
Lovely. Mainly because it allows me once again, yak, yak, yak. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, scandal.
There's more you
What's that?
There are still others involved.
Incredible. Who?
One of the soda poppers.
Oh my! Which one?
Peepers.
Really? Well, by amazing coincidence, we happen to have Peepers backstage right now! Let's bring him out!
It's not true, Wall. All that happened was they snatched my lyrics.
I can't even imagine what horrifying act that's slang for. How are any of us supposed to listen to Burt Bacharach being interviewed without blah, 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 yak, yak, yak? Blah, 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 yak, 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 yak. Ah, scandal.
There's more you...
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story.
You're joking.
One of the soda poppers.
Oh my! Which one?
Specs.
Oh my goodness. Well, audience, we just happen to have him backstage. Specs, come on out here.
What are they about? The thing and I the instead of my brother. And to be honest, I regret it.
You mean you wish you'd your own brother?
Yes, I do. At least he doesn't.
I am appalled. What kind of... Why, in all my years, I never blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 blah. Ah, yes, scandalous.
There's more.
What's that?
There are...
How shocking.
One of the soda poppers.
Oh my! Which one?
Whizzer.
Well, that's certainly an interesting accusation. We happen to have Whizzer waiting backstage. Let's bring him out.
I have no what they all that happened was they gave me a ketchup cake.
Oh my, I have no idea what that even means. And it may be the single filthiest thing anyone said in my presence.
I might be able to top it if you give me a chance.
I prefer that you didn't. In fact, our country's shocking fascination with the double entendre is wrecking blah blah blah, yak yak yak. Blah blah. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
There's more you should know about.
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved. Someone the picture doesn't show.
Incredible! Who?
Philo Pennyworth.
As I'm sure most of you know, Philo Pennyworth is the actor who plays Mr. Featherly on Midtown Cowboys. And we happen to have him backstage. Let's bring him out! Philo, give us your side. Is it true?
Myra, please, of course not. I'm a veteran of the British stage. I'd never be caught cavorting with a dog, a rabbit, and an alien. It's so 1997.
Yikes!
I doubt we'll hear a more terrifying denial.
This year, anyone who is anyone is all about birds of prey, ring-tailed lemurs, and Bigfoot. No one will ever take you seriously at the Globe Theatre otherwise.
And there you have it. I'm so shocked, I'm going to talk for at least the next 5 minutes about blah blah blah, yak yak yak. Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blahdy, yakety 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 yak, blah blah blah. Blah blah.
No can do.
Blah 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 blah.
I'd like to shave that skeevy little puppet bald, but it's too far away. Also, I haven't got a razor.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah. Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blah, yakety 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 yak, blah blah blah, blah blah. Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blah, yakety 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 yak, blah blah.
I'd like to sing, if I may.
Is that wise?
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Whoa! Careful there, Tiger. That was wonderful. I'm so moved I almost don't have a long hectoring screed in me. Oh no, wait, there it is. Thank goodness. Self-referential songwriting is a dangerously blah 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 yak 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 yak. Blah blah blah. Ah, yes, scandalous.
There's more.
What's that?
There are still others involved.
You're joking. Who?
One of the soda poppers.
Oh my! Which one?
I'm not quite sure what he said before, so I'll mention him again. Specs.
Let's fuel my indignation and call Specs back out here.
Why didn't I my brother?
Sweet. How can I hear something so blah blah blah, yak yak yak? Blah 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 blah.
I'm not
yak,
touching that
yak,
thing.
Yak yak bloody. Ah, scandal.
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved.
How shocking.
Despite his earlier denial, Philo Pennyworth.
The only reason I'm participating in this farce is because it's great for ratings. Philo, come on back out here.
Myra, I swear to you, I would never participate in anything so mundane and passé. It would ruin my reputation as a serious British actor.
What can I say but blah blah blah, yak yak yak. Blah blah. Ah, scandalous.
There's more.
What's that?
There are.
Incredible.
One of the
Oh my.
Despite his earlier refusal to acknowledge it, Peepers.
Peepers, come on out here again! Is this true?
How many times do I have to say just snatched my lyrics?
My mind reels at blah 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 yak yak yak. Blah 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 blah. Scandal.
There's...
What's that?
It does...
You're joking. Who?
One of the soda...
Oh my...
Despite your misinterpretation of his earlier claims, Wizard.
My disgust is only exceeded by my ratings. Wizard, come back out here.
It's not true, Myra. They gave me a ketchup cake is all.
That term grows more appalling every time I don't understand it. Why, blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Yes, scandal.
There's...
What's that?
I've changed my mind. I can't bring myself to talk about it.
All right. You can tell us something else about your scandalous affair.
There's more you should...
What's that?
There are still others involved.
How?
Bessie Bovine, our co-star on Midtown Cowboys.
Oh my! Audience, shall we bring her back out again?
At the risk of making the obvious comment, that was shocking. Is she breathing?
A little, but the creepy teddy bear is toast.
Nuts. I wanted to ask it a few questions, and maybe use it to hypnotize Katie Couric.
Another glorious dream bangs its chin on the dirty pavement. On the bright side, the audience is free to go home.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up. Do you think Myra will have us back on the show again soon?
Speaking of unlikely, did you notice we just had 2 cases in a row involving hypnotic mind control?
Complete coincidence?
Yes, I think so. The cogs of the universe synchronize in ways we're not meant to see.
Speaking of things we're not meant to see, there's a new restaurant at the zoo where you can eat what they feed the animals.
Empty popcorn cartons and cigarette butts?
And processed bread logs loaded with tranquilizers and antidepressants.
Bread logs make me logy. Let's head back to the cooking show set and see if we can figure out how to make fried pork rinds.
Okay, but I get the feet.